In this video, I'm going to be showing you my top 10 list for the past podium vehicles over the last 10 weeks. Now, this is from a few weeks ago with the podium vehicles, so there are a couple that I've got since from the weeks that have been coming out, but this is all for the past 10 podium vehicles as well. Now, if you do enjoy this video or enjoy GTA tips and tricks, then make sure you leave a like on this video. Comment down below if this video was fun for you to see and what your top 10 would be from the list I'm going to give you as well. Make sure you subscribe, it'd be great to see you for more videos on this channel, and click that notification bell, as it'll be great to see you there for future videos as well. And apart from that, guys, let's get into the video. So guys, this is my podium vehicle garage. This has been built up by winning the podium vehicle over the last 10 weeks, or well, the 10 weeks before the last two cars. And I've tried to put them in order as best as I could, as I was getting a garage to put them all in at the time. So I think I've got the order, but obviously we will be ranking them from 10 all the way down to 1, the top position, right now. So first off, we're going to start off with number 10, which is the Winky by here, the Vapid Winky. So this is pretty much the car that you get in Cayo Perico, where you get to drive around a little bit as well. It comes in this camouflage with it. But as well, this is pretty much the only use you're going to have, whether you're trying to do stuff with friends to make it look like you're in the army or something like that, whatever it might be. That's pretty much the only use. There's not going to be anything else you're going to want to use this for, because it is a very slow car. If we go into first person to look at the interior, which we can't do much of, but obviously because it is the type of car it is, there's no top, there's no anything, it's just this glass bit inside. So obviously it's all... There's not much you can really do. Again, like I said, it is a very slow car, so it's not going to be much you're going to be doing with it. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I would rank as number 10 spot for the podium vehicle so far. Then coming into number 9, we have the Dinka Ballista Canjo. Now, this car, from when driving it around, it didn't seem very fast at all. It just didn't really feel like a very good car, and again, it's very high up because of just the look, the pure look. Like, the way they gave it to you was with some of the stupid paint stuff on the side, and then almost looking like as if it's rusting or something. So I think with this car, it's meant to be purely like dirt based, I think, because whenever you're on concrete, it drives really slower. It can't get going fast at all. So obviously there's very few times you're going to be using it on dirt. I think there was even a time trial recently, or in one of the few weeks past, where there was a dirt time trial, and I thought, oh, I can use this. This is great. And it was even better to use a different car anyway, so I didn't even use this. Then in number 8, we have got the VSTR just by here. The main thing, or the main downfall for this is because obviously I've tried to keep everything to normal as much as it can be. And the main downfall for this is the paintwork. It is absolutely atrocious. The fact that half of it is camouflage, half of it is green. It's just horrible. I just don't understand it. It looks like it would be a kind of good business type car if it was all black and stuff. Quite a normal horn as well. And then the inside is quite executive again. Obviously, it looks quite nice with the white stripes going through. And again, it's a 4-seater as well, so obviously you can have other people in the car as well. But yeah, it's the main downfall is pretty much just the paintwork, because it just looks horrible. And I remember seeing it on the podium vehicle thinking, what on earth is this? So in 8th spot, it is going to be the VSTR. In the number 7 spot, we have got the Revolver, or the Ubermax Revolver. I think that's how you say it. Again, the red color, the color's not too bad actually on this. Again, it looks like it could be like quite a business executive type car. The inside is quite similar to the other car we were just looking at. Again, just with those white strips going across. Back seats look a bit more like proper back seats now. But yeah, standard horn again. Steering wheel looks quite nice. And like the dash kind of looks quite pretty as well. But apart from that, again, not much. It's quite a powerful car, so quite fast as well. But yeah, it's just because it's quite basic and boring. I think that's why I put it into 7th. So yeah, 7th position, that's going to be the Revolta. Then coming in at number 6, we've got the Yosemite. The paintwork is absolutely stunning on this. It's really cool. I really like those blue flames going off into the white. Again, this is kind of a drifty car, so the wheels definitely they are going to put you forward for that as well. The interior is quite basic as well. Obviously, not much going on here, but for the standard of car it is, it's quite cool. Standard beep as always. But yeah, so the paintwork is obviously the main thing for this one. Again, I think I tried using it in the time trial. It's really hard to use because obviously it's just for drifting and stuff. So it's not too much use, but the paintwork does save it. So yeah, in 6th spot, it is going to be the Yosemite. Then in number 5 spot, we have got the Pegasus Osiris, one of our sports cars in our remaining 5. It's a car that I think... It looked very nice when I was getting it on the podium vehicle, like the kind of shine it's got and the gloss it's got to it. The different shade in purple is a bit meh, but that's all right. Obviously, you can change that if you wanted. However, the inside looks very cool as a sports car, quite Ferrari-esque. Again, only 2-seater. And then as you look behind you, you've got those speakers there as well. Obviously, that makes no difference really because you just hear the same sounds anyway. But yeah, for sports cars, this one isn't necessarily... It doesn't feel fast, and at the same time is a very weak car. It really doesn't... Like, after just a couple of bumps or something, all the back will come off. So it's quite a weak car, so I never end up relying on this car for doing time trials or trying to get from point A to B. It kind of just sits there as well. So yeah, so in number 5 spot, we have got that Pegasus Osiris. Then as we head to the top 4, we have got the RE7B. This is kind of like our Formula 1-esque car, or kind of like our stunt car. And this was really cool for one of the time trials to use it. It really did work well, and it is just quite a cool car to have as a difference, because obviously the ones we've had so far have all been quite like basic or drifty models or lower models, and then we had some supercars and better vehicles. So yeah, it's quite cool to have this type of vehicle. Again, doors open up top, and then obviously you have to pull them back down. And again, the wheel looks quite cool. Obviously, slight glitch at the bottom, as you can see. The wheel kind of goes through your leg anyway. But all the inside looks very cool. Like, there's all these different buttons going on. Obviously, there's no back, so as you look back, there's nothing you can look back to. So if you were to press your right stick, it would just have to take you out of first-person mode. But yeah, it's quite a quick car. It's got really good traction as well, so it really helps out in that way. But yeah, so that's going to be coming in at number 4 spot. And as we start heading into the top 3, out of all the cars you've seen so far, what would you say was your top 3 as well? Or what would you say was your order for the top 10? Do you agree with mine? Do you think some need to change? And as well, have you gone for the last 10 weeks of Podium Vehicles? Have you got all these vehicles as well, so you can compare and kind of have this chat as well? And lastly, before we get into that top 3, if you could subscribe, it would mean the absolute world to see you join the channel as well. We got loads of videos on how-tos, videos like this where we compare the Podium Vehicles, and we're going to have more fun videos and races coming up soon as well. So make sure you subscribe, click that notification bell to get all the latest on videos as well. Apart from that, in number 3 spot, we have got the Comet. The Comet, it was a very good car to get at the time, very quick, very fast, and I think like the traction, it was very good, but I'm pretty sure I do remember it kind of spinning off quite quickly as well. But yeah, the car is very quick. It's one of the good cars to definitely get in the Podium Vehicles from when it all happened. Obviously, this is kind of basing it off of the Porsches, so... Oh yeah, the horn I changed as well. I was kind of like, oh, that's quite a chirpy tune. But yeah, if you to look out the back, it'll take you in first person, so you've got that space, but only 2-seater as well. Again, the horn. But yeah, so I customized the horn and I kind of added more speed, more stuff like that. As you should do for most of these. Obviously, the more speed you add, the more it's going to help you with time trials and stuff like that. But yeah, so in number 3, that is going to be the Comet as well. Then as we head into number 2, this is between the Grotty RSX and as well the Night Shark. So in number 2 spot, we do have the Night Shark. It's a brilliant vehicle. Obviously, it's not particularly quick, but for the fact that it is the size, and especially if you give it kind of the upgrades of acceleration and tuners and the engine, it does really start hyping up. Again, you can fit 4 people in this because it's 4-seater as well. Big car as well. But as we get in, you're going to see all these different cool gadgets, which are cool to see. A thing that tells you directly how fast you are going. Again, the radio looks quite cool. Obviously, more towards you than just kind of in a straight line like a normal dash. And then above here, obviously, kind of like some sort of radio command thing as well. The horn. I did change, obviously, to the GTA San Andreas theme tune, I think it was. But again, it's quite standard. It's the armored car as well. So if you wanted, you could have a machine gun going on with it as well, which is one of the perks, because obviously as you're driving around, if you're doing any missions where you need to kind of shoot people at the same time, it is very handy to have machine guns in this. But yeah, so number 2 is the Night Shark, which means coming over to number 1, it is our Grotty RSX. This car is, when it first came out, it was absolutely beautiful as well, with kind of the paintwork they gave you. But as well, just the speed, everything that goes on, it is a really good car, especially to help yourself when it comes to doing time trials and races as well. Obviously, this kind of is based, I'm not really sure what car this is kind of based off. It's almost seems a bit Ferrari-esque, but as well Lamborghini. So it's a bit of a different one. But again, horn's quite standard, but it's a very fast car, and yeah, it's just really helpful. I do a lot of my time trials in this car as well, if I'm not doing it in the Zentorno, but obviously I didn't win the Zentorno, so sometimes, well, I can't really mention it in this. But yeah, in top spot, we do have that Grotty RSX. Now, gang, that is our top 10 done. So out of this top 10 that we have seen today, what would have been your top 10 and what would have been your top 3 as well? Do you agree with my order, or do you think there should have been a slight change as well? Apart from that, guys, I hope you did enjoy, and gang, I'll see you all for the next video.